Hello and welcome to Winter Style Nail Art webinar. I'm Anastasia and I'm so glad to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming, and today we will have a special hashtag for this webinar, which is hashtag Winter Webinar 2018. I will show it on the screen in a moment. So if you enjoy our webinars, I will appreciate if you spread the word socially, and we will share the link on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever social web you like to use. So this is the hashtag. You can see it now on the screens. So if you will be sharing some pictures from the webinar, especially your designs, do not forget to use it so we can easily find it, like it, and maybe give you some comments about it. Now let's get to know each other. Let me know where you're from watching, and what is your experience in the nail industry. I can see your comments. I would really like to greet you. So hello Spain, hello New York, Los Angeles, Hong Kong. Wow, I recently been there. UK, Spain, Sweden, Norway. Wow, we have all countries here. Thank you once again for spending this Sunday morning or evening, depending where you're from, for this webinar. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If this is your first time on the webinar, here are some tips. So I will be giving you some cool ideas for the nail art, and feel free to repeat them after me right away. If you have products ready, you can do them together with me. If you cannot do this now, it's fine. You can post them later anywhere and use the hashtag. Be active and ask questions, because I will view your comments after each design and we'll try to answer all your questions. So I can see people from sunny California, Romania, Mexico, USA. Awesome. So I have another question for you guys. Why are you here? I mean, obviously, if you're joining me here, you would like to learn nail art, but I mean, why would you like to learn? I mean, what's your goal? Because I know some of you are nail technicians, so you might need it for your work to earn more or to get more clients. Or maybe you're just nail enthusiast and you just want to learn it because you like creating cool stuff. I mean, I'm really curious what's your reason to be here, because when I started as a nail tech, I was really focused on shaping, on mastering my acrylic skills, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be distracted with all these designs. But then clients started to ask me about the designs, and you know, it was like this loop of, I'm not ready to learn designs yet, but clients are asking for it. You know, so that was a problem for a while, but then I realized that actually designs does not necessarily mean that you need to be like a painter creating beautiful pictures. Designs can be very simple and fast, and that's exactly what we're about to do today. So we will learn top 7 must-have products for holidays, because holidays are here almost around the corner, and I will give you just 7 products you will definitely need for it. Most people think it's like the list of 30 or 100 products, but no, you really don't need all that. 7 products, that's all you need. I will show you a design with the new product Spider Gel, which you might heard of, and also give you some ideas how to create Christmas trees, and another way of creating a snow flag, really fast and easy. You will love it. And the trending design, hottest of this season, it was shown in Japan a few months ago. It's called diamond cut nail. So this is the nail that actually looks like diamond. So Gregory is saying, I'm a nail tech student and I really like your knowledge and friendly, supportive attitude. Thank you. Vian, learning and getting inspiration for art. I'm obsessed with nail art and want to continuously push myself to improve my skill set. Awesome, awesome goals. Emmanuel is learning for my clients and for me too. That's actually great if you guys are learning both for your clients and for you, because when you love what you do, you're going to do it better because you simply enjoy it. You know what? Like 2 days ago, literally, it happened to me. I was doing, you know, just art for this webinar. I'm just getting ready. And also I decided, you know, just do something that I want, you know, just to create any designs that my soul feels like doing. And I started doing this, and you know what? I just didn't notice how time passed. Then I look at the clock and I missed my workout. that was, I was about to attend. Seriously, I just didn't notice. I thought, I may be doing this for an hour, but already 3 hours passed and I was supposed to leave. So, it happens, but I think it's okay, when you're really into something like this. Also, at the end of this workshop, I will do a Q&A session like always. So if you have any questions about this webinar or not, anything related to nails, I will be happy to answer. And do not forget about the hashtag Winter Webinar 2018. And also I will give you some ideas of how you can learn at home. I will present my new online course, which is actually, I think it's the first nail art big, like long-term course that we have at Nails Pro Academy. Okay, so I'm really happy to meet you all guys here. Now let me give you a little quick story about myself so you can have an idea why am I here, why I'm about to teach you all this stuff. So another question of the day is, where were you in 2004? 2004. And I know that maybe we have some young people here who will be like, well, Anastasia, I wasn't even born yet, which is fine. But if you remember this time, just, take a moment to remember, like, what were you doing? Maybe you were studying in school, maybe you were working already, maybe you were not in nail industry yet, but, just let's think about it. So this was the year that Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, which we all know and use for today. And also, many different things happened in this year, good and bad, but for me this year was actually special because this is the year I introduced myself to the beautiful world of nail industry. This is the year I started learning nails, and I thought of it at the moment that, this is something I'm going to do just for a while until I get the real education and real job. But then 14 years passed and I'm still here enjoying and loving what I do. So I have 14 years of experience and 11 as an educator. I'm also a judge and a competition trainer and founder of Nails Pro Academy, which is a school that does live and online classes worldwide. So this is the picture in Hong Kong. Actually, I have a new picture from Hong Kong already. Need to update it. This is me with my students who won several trophies there. This is another picture from St. Petersburg, which is the biggest competition, nail competition in Russia. I always train some students for it. And this is another picture from Santiago, Chile. I had a webinar, a live seminar there, and about 77 people, I believe, attended. And this is another one, this blonde girl, Ksenia. She was on the picture in Hong Kong a few pictures ago. So she currently runs her own nail salon. She won several trophies in different competitions, and she's also a mother of 3. So if you really enjoy something, you can always manage it with the time. And this is one of the latest classes I had in Durham, North Carolina. So these were live at events, live classes, but Nails Pro Academy, mostly we do online classes. So we have manicure, pedicure, nail sculpting, currently about 20 classes, and also we're just getting started with adding more nail art classes, because this is something you guys been asking, and we realized that obviously nail art is something that we need. So Linda says, then I was just getting my second child, both 11 weeks too early. I was 10 years old in 2004. Yeah, that's what I suspected, that, some of you might be too young for 2004, but that's fine. Okay, so that's why, I just wanted to remember this year that, 14 years ago, that sounds crazy, right? Okay, so now let's get back to the topic and let's talk about 7 products that you will need for creating beautiful nail art this season. So since it's holidays, you definitely cannot operate without glitters. And I know that some nail technicians think that, well, glitter, I can maybe use it on something. But if you have, let's say, 8 colors of glitter, you can create a new color of acrylic. You can mix it with gel. You can add it to the top coat to create glitter top coat. You can mix them with each other. You can use them as the mirror look. So there are so many things you can do. So if you have at least like 5 colors of glitter, I think that's one of the most important things for this holiday season, because it's holidays. Also, in the holiday season, definitely we need all things that are shiny. And another thing we will definitely need is rhinestones. And I had a webinar that specifies on the rhinestones. So again, at least 3 to 5 colors. Of course, it would be nice if you have hundreds of colors, but you know, actually, when you have too many colors, too many options, you will have some problems when the clients will start choosing between these colors. So if you have just 5 or 6, that will make sometimes our lives easier, because, you know, they're just limited options. Also, you will need a transfer foil. I'm afraid I didn't take any with me, but I have designs with a transfer foil. So I bet most of you know what it is. So these are designs made with a transfer foil, and you definitely need at least gold and silver, because all people in the world are divided into 2 categories, those who like silver and those who like gold. And also a few colors like maybe magenta, pink, blue, purple, you know, just a few shades. Because with the transfer foil, you can do something like this, you know, for people who don't like too much of a bling, you can create something like this for those who are okay with when everything is shiny. And there's just so many things you can do. So also there are multicolored transfer foils that are like ombre. You can use them as well. So I think transfer foil, and besides, you can use this with the matte top coat and create something that doesn't look as shiny. So transfer foil is another must-have. Also, you will need chrome and prism powders, because they shine pretty well, especially the prism. And once again, about 2 to 3 colors will be enough. Like always, we will need silver and gold, and maybe like 2 or 3 different colors. Also, since this is holiday, if you're living somewhere where you have snow, then you will definitely need an accessory. Maybe you will help me, guys, with the name of it. I think this is how it's called. It's just snow. So this is like a white glitter. It's not too shiny, but it looks like an actual snow on the designs. And it will also, it can make you turn any kind of design into design with the snow. So for winter season, I use it really a lot. Also, we will need a flat accessories. It can be circles, it can be triangles, rhombus, definitely any shape. But confetti, I think that's how they're called. So once again, they can be different colors. They don't even have to be shiny like these ones. They're not too much of a shine, but I think they look like these Christmas decorations, right? And last one is gel paint. There are many different kinds of them. Recently, I like the one by Gelish. It's attack-free. It's called Art Form Gel 2D. They have different shades of it, but a must-have is definitely white and black. You will need at least these colors. So I hope you have something at least from this list. I mean, if you have at least one product, you can already create many different things. But if you have a few, you're all set. You will not have any troubles with doing designs this season. Okay, so is it just a matte plastic glitter? Yes, Alinda, so I think you're asking about the snow. Yes, it is like a plastic glitter, exactly, that's what it is. I don't even know how to explain. Actually, we call it snow, because that's kind of what it looks like, and that's what we mostly use it for. Okay, so let's go and do some designs. First of all, it really depends on how you create the design. But one of the tips is that I usually wear gloves. Well, sometimes I don't wear them for live shows, or you know, just because it will look a little better. But even for my videos, I use them all the time. If you've been watching some of my videos, you might notice this. And it's for a reason. Well, first of all, I want to protect myself. Another one is sometimes it might get really messy. You just want to stay clean. And sometimes I even use glove as the additional tool of doing the designs. And today I will also show you how to do this. So for this design we're about to do, it is really fast, really simple, but you will need the gloves. It just will not work without them. And it's really, you can use any material. I have nitrile gloves. That's the material I feel the most comfortable in. So for this design, I will need a white background. I will be using white gel polish, and while I apply it, I will be using, recently I found these tips that they're oval shaped, and I think it's kind of cool because now oval is more popular in Russia than square. So it's really cool to use these tips because you can immediately see the result. And also clients who don't like square shape, I noticed that they look on these tips, like they're actually trying them on their nails. So if you don't have such tips, you can also file them. And there's also stiletto tips, which might work well if some clients do like stilettos. Okay, now cure for 1 minute. My color is pretty intense, so I think I will need just one layer. And while it's curing, I will be reading your comments. So if you guys are watching from the YouTube, we will be reading your comments too, but mostly I see comments from nailsproacademy.com. And also later I will have some surprises, some links for you, and also you can see them only if you watch from Nails Pro Academy. So there's the link in the description box, so you can follow it as well. Hello, Sophia from Trinidad. Sass is asking, do you use nail rings, please? I think that's the name. I have that, but I'm afraid to use them because you must drill a hole in the nail. Oh, I see. I think you're talking about the rings like for nail piercing. Honestly, I tried it only one time. That was a long time ago, and they're not very popular. So no, I haven't used them much. But yes, you will need a drill to create the hole in the nail because obviously that's the only way to do this. But like I said, they're not very popular. And actually one time I did it to my client, she ended up breaking this corner of the nail. So I cured this white background, then I will take a cleanse and take off the sticky layer. So for most designs, you will need to remove sticky layer because what we are about to do next will not work on a sticky surface. Also, I'm going to use the spider gel. I think most of you heard about this product. So this is the gel that allows you to create the lines without actually drawing them. And also I will need a narrow tape. I will be using a regular Scotch tape, but if you don't have one, you can also use a striping tape. That will work as well. So this is like a regular paper tape, which is pretty narrow. Any kind of color striping tape will work as well. I will put a spider gel a little further, because today I have this cool sleeves. I don't want to ruin. And I will cut 2 pieces of the striping tape. I'm just taking scissors and cutting like 2 small pieces about this long. 1 and 2. Okay. Also, since we just talked about the products you will need, I will be using glitter, and we're about to do the most simple Christmas tree you will ever see in your in a decent future. So this is green glitter, and to apply this glitter I will be using just another tip, which is clean. Okay, now I will take the tape, and you need to apply it on a tip so you can see the triangle. And yes, I know now it's white on white, and I also have white gloves, which was probably not the best solution, but that's what we have for now. You will see it later because there will be a contrast, I promise. So it's up to you whether you want to make it big or small. Then I will take an orange wood stick, and you need to make sure that these parts that are closer to the center, you stick them really well. There are no wrinkles. Here, what's on the outside, don't need to worry about it. And actually, I think that this line is not very good. I will simply stick it again. What I like about this paper scotch, you can stick it as many times as you need. So the bigger you will create this triangle, the bigger your Christmas tree will be. So it really depends on the size of the nail that your client have. Okay, now everything is sticked pretty good. Now look closely. I am taking this spider web gel. I'm using black. It really doesn't matter. I decided to use black because if I use white, you just will not be able to see anything. So then I just place it right here, and that's not an accident. You actually have to put your finger in there. That's why I told you this design will not work without the gloves. I will move it a little further so you can see better. Now connect your two fingers, thumb and index finger, and do like this. Like it's talking, like it's chewing this gel. And then we start to do the design. Now you need to make sure that the lines between the fingers are pretty small, and you just start throwing them on the design. So it reminds me, you know, there are these pictures that people create with their own hands. So if your client or somebody asks your client, like, oh, is this design hand painted? You can be like, yes, it's actually hand painted. Okay, so I need to add a little bit right here on the top. And then there are a few things you can do. You can wash this with a cleanse, but I just, for the sake of time, will remove it and throw it away and take a new one. So the spider gels, they're usually pretty thick, so you don't need to worry that, you know, now while I'm doing something, it will move or run away. It will actually stay there. Then I will take a lint-free wipe, just in case I will need to clean something. And now we carefully remove the striping tape. First, you need to remove the one that was the last one to stick, and then another one. So I think you can already see this shape of the Christmas tree. Now get rid of these sticky parts. And you see we have a little bit product here that we don't want. Simply clean it with a cleanser. And I know that some people like style like this. You can add a star and we're good to go. But it's Christmas time, so let's add some glitter. Do not cure. It's not cured yet. It is actually important. And I simply apply it on top. Okay, now get rid of the extra. Okay, now we're all about to shine and cure for about like minute and a half for my lamp. Okay, so now I will close the glitter before I spilled it or something. And also, it was not actually on the list, but also I'm using it pretty much, especially if you plan to do some Christmas trees, stars. So if you have any kind of stars, or it can also be like, you know, rhinestones, Swarovski stars, because once you add a star to anything that looks like triangle, it becomes automatically a Christmas tree. And also, if you're from the US or any country where you have stars on your flags, you can also use it for your national holidays. So I will be using that right now to add a star. And actually the gel I was using is a tag-free gel, so I can do this design right on top of the top coat, and I don't even need to seal it. Okay, so after curing, I will clean the excess glitter like this, back and forth, back and forth. And I hope you guys can see it already. Can you see the lines? So it's not just solid triangle. Actually, you could do it like an actual solid triangle. You just simply fill it with some gel and that's it. But now it looks like a cool Christmas tree. So just to finalize it, let's add this shiny star on the top. For that, I will need the top coat, but on the nails, especially for natural nails, like with the gel overlay, I prefer using thick consistency gels to secure it better. So I simply apply a dot right here and add, okay, only one star right here on the top. So now it does look like a Christmas tree. And cure. So we can stop at this moment. Now I will show you a couple different designs in the same technique. So here I simply left it black. I didn't add any glitter, and I added this flat accessories, like it's a Christmas tree with the decorations. This is another one, just the one we just did. And this is another kind. I also added some colorful confetti. It's on a red background. So it's really up to you. Or if you don't have a star, you can also hand paint it. When the Christmas tree is like that, it's like, all crazy. You can actually do this crazy star as well. So this is only one example of how the shape of the Christmas tree can look like. I also have a different kind of shapes. You can search them on the web. And I think it's ready. So yeah, we'll not be sealing it just to save time. But normally you can seal it before applying glitter, and it will just stay there because we applied glitter on top of uncured gel, and this gel is tag-free. So it will be absolutely secured there. So let me know, what do you think? It's pretty really fast and easy design to create a Christmas tree. So 3D gel is different from the other gel. Okay, so this is, oh, you guys been talking about something different. So this is a spider gel. If you're talking about the one I was using, it's not a 3D, it's a spider gel, and it is different. You cannot actually draw or paint anything with it. It's not possible. It's more gooey, so you can actually stretch it. It's pretty new, but if you actually Google spider gel, I know that Exclusive Nail Couture, Max Estrada have it in their brand and many other brands. And recently I had this video on my channel, on the YouTube channel, where I also, you guys commented some in other brands that are producing this kind of product. So yeah, it's a special kind of gel that allows you to work like this with the hand. So let me know what you think about this design. I think it's pretty cool, and I mean, it's really fast. Easier to control than brush. Yeah, absolutely true. Hello, how much time we have to watch this webinar? So webinar will be for about 1.5 hours. Okay, so if you're ready, let's do the another design. I will apply another background. So I decided this time it will be something dark. Let's actually go with the black. And while it will be curing, I will read some more of your comments, because I can see, thank you so much guys for being so active. I can see tons of your comments. I'm just really have to catch up with reading them. So I apply black. For this design, I think it looks better on a dark background. So it can be like dark blue, dark green, anything dark. really cool and so fast. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's absolutely fast. And that's very important to me also, because in this crazy Christmas season, everybody, you know, even people who never ever done nails in their life or nail art, they decide to do it. And you know, when do they decide to do it? So like 1 week before New Year, that's what happens here all the time. So this December is also the craziest, the busiest month of the nail tech, but the last 2 weeks before the holiday, it's just crazy. So I think this kind of designs will be really a lifesavers, because you can just do them fast and go. Okay. So let's see what's happening here. Oh, wow. Simple but effective and so pretty. Yes, absolutely, guys. So if you do not have this tape, you just use a striping tape. Anything that looks like a line and that you can stick, actually you can use even a regular Scotch tape, right? Because we don't need any acrylic line there. Just use a regular Scotch tape, I think it will work. But do not forget to remove the sticky layer, because it will not stick if the surface is sticky. Okay, so I think I will apply the second layer, because this black is not good, is not as intense. I mean, it's not that it's not good, just need another layer. Unfortunately, I didn't find this oval shape black tips yet. I hope they do exist. Cure. And while I will cure, I will show you the products I will be using for this design. So I have some cool glow-in-the-dark acrylic powders. If you don't have colorful glow-in-the-dark powders, you can use regular acrylic powders, dry pigments, or even glitter. So basically anything that looks like powder will absolutely work for this design. So it is better to use multiple colors. It will just look cooler. But even 2 colors will look pretty nice. And let's add some green. Well, in the camera they look like more pastel, but in the real life they're like neons. They're really bright and intense. Okay, so design we're about to do is also like I call, you know, design on top. That is designed to be over the top coat. That's why I will seal it with a tack-free top coat. So if you want the background not just black, but something like that shines, you can also add some glitters or anything on the background. But I decided just to leave it like that. I wonder if I break a glow stick and mix it with the powder, will it glow? Well, you need to try. I think it might glow. And is it safe? Well, yes, we're supposed to use cosmetic grade products on the nails, but you know, when it's actually, if it comes on top of the top coat, if you're not planning to build the nails with this mixture, I think it's fine, right? Just make sure, yeah, you will not use it like on the actual nail or like inside acrylic nail. But I also have like glow-in-the-dark powder that is designed to be mixed with any nail products. It glows just with one color, but it's also pretty cool. I also have a top coat which glows in the dark, so which can be used for that. But those, I think I ordered them on Amazon. So yeah, if you guys reminded me, I can send you the link later to it. And they're pretty small jars, so it's not really, I mean, to build a whole nail from that, that's not enough. But to do this kind of cool designs, it's okay. Okay, so now it's cured. I will be using this gel paint. So like I showed you, I really like this one by Gelish 2D. So this is gel for the design. It's a tack-free gel. It got this medium consistency, which is really nice to do this kind of nail art. but it's not a spider gel, not the one we used previously. That's just a regular gel for painting. And if you don't have it, you can also use any gel polish, but gel polishes, they're usually thinner and it's just not as comfortable to work with them. So I will start with the bottom line. We're doing Christmas tree again, but a different kind. And the bottom line will be the widest. Oh no, I think my brush is, yeah, it's actually polymerized a little. But for this design, it won't be a big problem. Yeah. But for more accurate design, I will definitely need to replace it. So then I will do another line, which will be, which starts more narrow. So each line will be smaller, okay? Do not make them all the same. Smaller, and the last one will be the smallest. Now I will connect them. So basically I will make like a line between them to connect them with the one that's there on top. Oh my, yeah, the brush is definitely bad. Okay, so I will add a line right here. Now, again, so what I do, I make it like turn here and go up. So basically we are creating like a several Z letters out of the lines. So first you just connect them, and now you can work a little bit with the brush to make them look more accurate. So for this design, please do not try to make these lines very thin, because if you do, it will just not work. So this is the design where we need a relatively wide lines. So if you're not very good at super thin lines yet, it's fine, because that's exactly what we need for this design. And I will do the last one here on the bottom. So it looks like we created, you know, just something like this. And you can hand paint it just, you know, the regular way, starting from the top, but I think it's just easier when you do the lines and then connect them. And let's just somehow end it here on the top. So now it will look like this swirl style, super crazy Christmas tree. Okay, now I will put the gel away. Even better, close it, just to be sure. I just cleaned the tip I was using for the designs. And now let's decorate it with these powders. So I did not cure, so it's all wet now, so you need to be careful. But since the consistency is thick, you see it's not really moving anywhere. So I decided to start with the yellow, apply it, and immediately get rid of the excess. So you need to clean the tip or the brush you are using when you apply them, or just simply use a different brush, because you don't want to mix them. You want to mix the colors all together. And then goes the orange.
У меня застыла кисть, сможешь мне принести новую?
Тонко. Okay, now let's do the purple. So I'm adding multiple colors, and really you don't have to worry about, you know, what's happening between them. And this one, clean. Okay, so now this side, it still looks white. So that's a chance for us to add more color. Let's add this one. This light peach or whatever this color is. Okay, now carefully remove the excess, and now we need to cure for 1 minute in LED. Now I will clean the table and close the powder. So I was using an actual acrylic powders, but you can also use pigments. And glow in the dark is just a feature if you really want it to glow, but it will work great even without it. It will be just colorful style of the Christmas tree. So while we're waiting, I will show you a different style. So here it's even more simple. So here I simply created the lines that are not straight, they're just like this, and each line is smaller than the previous, and that's it. And I also created the same with this powders, and then I added star on top. So here's another example. It's very similar to the one I just showed you. So it can also be something like that. And honestly, I have the whole collection of these different ideas of how the stylish Christmas tree can look like. Let me know, guys, if you want to have my templates, because if you do, I can simply send it to you with a mailing. After the webinar, I can email it all to you. I have, like, you know, different shapes of simple Christmas trees and snowflakes as well. Okay, so the design is cured. Now I will clean it with a brush, and now we don't have any leftovers. So since it is acrylic powder, it absorbed into the gel, and now it looks matte, but it also looks colorful. Now remember the main rule of Christmas tree: to make it look like a Christmas tree, we always need a star on top. So let's add it. Apply some top coat, and here we go. Or you can also, if you hand paint it, it can be glow-in-the-dark star as well, because this one will not glow. Oh, and also if you have doubts of how to hand paint the star, you can apply this accessory star and apply this gel on top of it and then use the powder. Because I think I actually used to have an example. Oh, right, yeah, right here. So this Christmas tree, this star on top is actually hand painted, meaning it will glow in the dark. So unfortunately, technically, it's extremely hard to switch off all the lights here on webinar, because you cannot really imagine how much of these lights we have here. So I will show you a picture of this design with the lights out. This is how they look. So you see they glow in different colors, because this is how these powders work, and this is how it will look with the lights off. And here's another quick tip. You can also do the Christmas lights. Simply do the line and the lights, and if you will use glow-in-the-dark powder, when you switch off the lights, it will like start glowing. Okay, yes, please, the templates. Okay, guys, so yeah, so if you're watching from the YouTube, make sure you are registered at Nails Pro Academy and you're registered for this particular webinar, because this is the only way I can be able to email that to you. So if you are, I will send it right after the webinar. So here's the result that we have of the Christmas tree. And here's another way of doing cool, simple design. And actually, you can even use just one color. I mean, it can be just white if you don't like, if your client doesn't want to make it. Oh, here we go. I actually do have this example. So here we are. It's just white powder with a red background. Super easy, super fast. Still looks cool. All right, so let's do another one, which is again so simple, you actually gonna be shocked. But also together with that another design, let's make a snowflake now. I will show you a really easy way to create more colors. So to do this, I will first need to apply a silver gel polish. It's not just a silver gel polish, it's like you know, it's called like foil gel polish because it looks not just like a small glitter, but an actual particles of the foil once you apply it. So this brand is by Bliss. And so exactly for this look, it is better to use silver rather than gold. Just apply it. But if you don't have foil, that's fine. Just the glitter silver will work as well. Apply and cure. And then, so when the Christmas or the season comes, we all start like, oh my God, okay, we need to have this bazillion color options for the clients because some of them like blue, some of them like green, and oh my God, I need to have all these colors. So the thing is, if you have just one silver glitter and if you have a few jelly colors, gels or gel polishes, that means you can create any kind of shade with them. So this is what a gel polish is. So this is like a transparent color. So we have green, blue, red, and many of them. And even if you don't have like the ready-to-use product, I also had a video recently on how to create your own. So most of these colors I created by myself. And once you combine it with this glitter, it will turn into yellow glitter, into green glitter, and so on. Now let me show you how it works. So for this design, I will need blue glitter, and actually I really don't have a blue glitter. Even though I have a bazillion of colors, somehow I let this happen. That's why I will use blue on top of the silver. And even though this color is pretty intense, you can still see through these silver particles. And now it looks like an intense dark blue with some shine inside. And you can do this with every single color and get another 100 shades. Yes, for templates. Yes, okay guys, so I will definitely send them out to you. Just make sure you're registered for the webinar because that's the only way I will be able to send you the mailing. Then, for this design, I will be using stickers. So these are kind of stickers. They look like they're stencils or something, but these are just regular transfer water stickers. And you know, you can use them just like they are, just stick it onto white background, and here we go, we have a snowflake. But you can also use them as the stencil. For this design, I will also use the same gel by Gelish, and I will use this snow. Remember the plastic white glitter, because it's winter time. Okay, so the blue is cured, but just in case I will cure it again because jelly colors, sometimes they cure longer. And I need simply to cut the piece that I like. Let's take this one. I will cut a little closer to here because I don't really want this frame. So this is a regular water sticker. Simply cut it out. I also want to get rid of this bottom line. Then we need a magic water. Just kidding, that's a regular water. And special tweezers. I'm just you know, trying to avoid this words like special, or because, I mean, sometimes really students like, do I need to have like a special water, special tweezers? I'm like, yeah, like those, it will work only with these special ones. Okay, so I cured, and now we don't need to remove the sticky layer. You can, but you don't have to. So we'll just skip this step. Why waste time, right? Time is money. And this is our transfer sticker. We put it into the water for about 10 to 15 seconds. And now I can read it. Where can we buy gelish to the gel from the United States or online too? Oh, so there's, if you Google gelish, they definitely have an official website. And actually, you know where I have this gel from? I bought it at an actual gelish headquarters at California. So they definitely have it for sale now. So yeah, I believe it's, you just need to look for their local distributor depending on where you're from. But it's definitely sold online already because they officially launched it. I can find the good water sliders in the USA. Have to order from Russia, but shipping is expensive. Wow, seriously? I thought the stickers is something that's not really hard to find. But yeah, we have tons of them. I will be also looking for them. But I just was in Hong Kong. They also had this many different kinds of them. Okay, so now simply slide. So you will separate the paper part from the clear part and stick it right here. So since our design is located closer to the side, I will put it like this. You cannot really see anything now, yeah, but the design will appear in a minute. So then with the orange wood stick, I simply roll the first part, make sure it's all connected, and then I start rolling the others. So it is extremely important to get rid of all the air bubbles, because if they will stay there, then it will not last, and you can also see them. You know, that's just got me interesting when you guys said that, you know, it's hard to find good stickers in the US, because people in Russia, they're always like, oh, like, I wish we had that, you know, they have everything in the US. And I mean, really, everybody here is like, you know, we don't have anything. Okay, so now we cannot see any single bubble, and this black on the blue is definitely not the best color solution, but it's not the whole design yet. So then I'm going to do another design, which is called design on top. That's why I will seal it first. Actually, these water stickers, they're so thin. You simply seal it with a top coat, one coat, and that's it. They last like 4 weeks, and I never ever had troubles with that. But those actually have to be really good quality stickers. Because recently I tried another sticker was sent for me from China, and this clear part, it was so thick. First of all, I could hardly even apply it on the nail, but when I could, I seal it with the 2 coats of the top coat, because I could feel it's not as good. And still, after like few days, it started to separate from the client's nails. So it's not, I mean, the quality just has to be really, really thin. That's how it can, you know, hug the curve of the nail, and then this way it will last for a long time. So then I will take the white gel. I will show you the name of it so you can guys find it. And honestly, I believe many brands will be launching the similar product very soon. Exclusive Nail Couture already have them. I think I've seen it in some other brands. So gel paint is different from gel polish because it's designed for nail art, not for actual application. They're always thicker, they always have a more intense color, and sometimes they have sticky layer, sometimes they don't, but if they don't, that means that you can use it on top of the sealed nails, which is kind of cool. Okay, so then I will take my brush. When it's thick like that, and you can encapsulate them. Oh, guys, so you don't need to give me your emails me right now if you are watching, Pam, this webinar from the Nails Pro Academy, meaning you are already signed up, and I will send you the mailing. Yeah. So yeah, don't worry, guys. I will definitely send it to you, because if you're from Nails Pro Academy page, you will definitely be in there. If you're from the YouTube, you can just go to nailsproacademy.com, and then you will see this red dot on the top, which says Winter Nail Art Designs, register, and you're good. Now let's do the design. Okay, so now we simply need to follow the template. And well, if you cannot see it very clearly, let me just show you on this picture. And you know, some people will be like, oh my God, seriously, Anastasia, I have to do all this single line now with a brush? That will take me forever. It won't. I mean, you can even set the timer now if you want. It's really easy, and you don't have to be like perfectly move it to every corner. So it will work to you as a guide, you know, where to locate the lines, but you don't have to repeat them like perfectly like they actually go. So I will start with this large center star. Just go up and here and here. Because when we do something hand painted, the biggest challenge usually for us is not just to create a straight line or create like a waved line, is to get it right with the proportions, right? Because when we look at the picture, we start to do it, and then we're like, oh my God, I should put this line closer and this one further. So when you have this template, it actually guides you. So you guys definitely, I mean, we all were kids once, so you remember we had to, this, you know, children's book when we have simply to fill in with the color, different pictures. So that's exactly what we're doing now. Nothing complicated. And you can even add some of your lines of your own if you feel like that's the right place for it. That's what I always do with this template designs. And then I do these branches right here. So as the background, I'm using now blue. It's very dark. I don't have to worry about this black lines at all. If you will be using another background like red, when you can see these lines better, then you only need to worry to close them, you know, to cover them with the color you're using. So you see, it's really not that complicated, and I'm not trying too hard, you know, to make every single line just perfect. Okay, now another one right here. And I think we can stop now. We can just leave it like that. I feel like doing these lines a little longer. Okay, and now I will use this snow, this plastic white glitter, to make this snowflake look fluffy. And this gel is not cured. That actually today we're all doing designs like this. It just, when you apply it on top, just be careful, do not smudge or touch the gel. Get rid of the rest. And do not worry if you apply too much of it now, because the gel will absorb only the specific amount that's possible. But if you forget to cover some parts with this glitter, it's absolutely fine, because remember, this gel is tag-free, it's designed for the design. So that means this part will just stay with the gel only, which is fine. And now the cure. 1 minute in LED. I've tried encapsulating stickers before, and it always looked grainy. Well, that might be the thing with the stickers, but also it is very important so that you roll it. So you not just take it and stick it, you just take it and then you create a line. Just make sure that, so this is how the sticker looks like. It's just flat, and the surface of the nail is usually curved. So once you apply the sticker on the nail, it's like that. So your goal is to try carefully to flatten it down until it absolutely touches the surface. If you will, you know, just stick it right on top, you might have a bubble inside. So it's actually also important, even though it seems so easy, right? Recently I had a girl, she's competition winner, like many years, she got many years of experience, and she asked me like, Anastasia, can you give me tips on how to secure these stickers? And first I was shocked. I mean, she has so much experience, but on the other hand, I realized that, you know, if you simply never work with this particular product or accessory, you simply don't know these tips, which is absolutely fine. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, because I use them a lot in my work, in my designs. Okay, now it is cured, and use any fluffy brush that you don't need for the nail art. Remove the excess, and here we go. 1 minute fluffy snowflake. Really fast, really easy to create. No painting skills are required. And if you will not find exactly the same stickers, you can use the one with a picture. I mean, it's okay if there will be some picture on the background of this sticker. There will be, you know, this part of it as well. And also, you don't have to do exactly the snowflakes. Just think of it for a moment. You can use anything and add some accents. For example, here I have this winter style look. It's also the sticker, and I just added some accents with the glitter and with the snow. You might not see them very well because they're white, but in the real life you can't see them. And last year I also showed these cats, so they were actually traditional stickers of the cats, and I added this Christmas hat on them with a flocking powder, so they actually have this fluffy hat. So this is just an idea of how you can improve stickers, so your client will not be like, well, you just stick a sticker to my nail, why it's so expensive, you know, because you actually created it, made something unique that looks completely different from anybody had before. I use a damp sponge when applying stickers or decals. Yeah, that's also a great tip. Okay, so let's do the last design for today, which will be the diamond cut nail. And let's think of the background. I think we can do, just to save the time, let's use the glitter gel polish this time. I actually have some of those. Let's maybe use the green. So this design is very popular now in Japan. Almost all Japan nail artists that I'm following, they have something similar now in their profiles. And I also liked it a lot. I think it looks pretty cool. And this color will definitely need at least 2 layers. Okay, so I apply it and cure. And if you guys have any questions regarding the previous designs, also feel free to ask. I love the look of the flocking powder, but I can't stand the way it feels. Wow, that's interesting, because I'm maybe just that type of person that likes everything that, you know, that's why I love matte top coat, and I actually like even more the way it feels, not just how it looks. And the flocking powder, that's why I have all my notebooks, all my, you know, iPhone cases, they're always, you know, they have the special touch on them. But yeah, well, flocking powder is definitely not the most everyday design, but I believe there are some clients that do like. And if you want only just to give this fluffy look, you can simply use the gel paint and make this, you know, small lines out of it, so it will look already kind of fluffy, but it will not be in real life. I use silicone brush instead of wooden stick. It works fine. I will try with the hard stick too. Yes, Adriana, exactly. Silicone brush works, but just make sure that this silicone is hard, because some silicone brushes, they're very soft. They're, you know, they move around too much, but that's also fine. Like I always say, there are no actual rules in art, and we're doing art, like right, nail art. So whatever works, I mean, just use it. when it comes to products, to techniques, to the tools you feel comfortable to work with, because my goal is not just to show you and tell you, okay, you need to use this particular number, this particular tip, this particular brush with this particular angle, and repeat only after me. No, I'm just giving you ideas, techniques, so you can use them, create your own ideas. You can repeat after me as well. If you feel like it, if you feel like it, that's fine. But also, you know, I would like you to change it somehow according to your personal style and needs and make something new out of it. Okay. I'm curing the second layer, and while it is curing, I will take black. And also, for this design, we will need a clear paper. So, you know, the folder, like there's file folders, and also there are kind of folders that are harder. So what I did, I used this hard paper and cut it into rhombus. You cannot probably see anything. Well, it is in the center. Okay, well, it's clear, unclear. Oh, just a second, okay. Okay, so, yeah, that was pretty smart of me to make clear and clear. Okay, so we have black background, and you can see it now. So these are, this is the clear folder cut in pieces. So I created rhombus and another shape, which trapeziums, I believe that's how it's called. So this is what I did for this design, but we will get to it a little later when we're about to use it. Okay, so I cured 2 coats of the color, and yeah, since it's Elite 99, it's like blue-green glitter. And let's add a little dark. I will be using black gel polish. Okay, and so seems like I forgot the ombre brush, but that's fine. That's not just fine, that's actually a life situation. But I do have an eyeshadow applicator, so I am going to use that instead. And in my real life, not just webinars, you know, when I was with the client, it also happened. Oh, not just with the client, on my seminars, I forgot. You know, it's just when you have to do so many things at once, it's very common to just forget something. So if it happens to you, it's just always good if you have at least 2 techniques under your belt, you know, that you can use. So once you forget something, you're like, oh, okay, I will do this instead. So I just applied black around it, and then I will be using a sponge, an eyeshadow applicator, to make this like look like a fade. That's actually even faster than with the ombre brush. So now we still have the frame, but it's like a bit more faded. Now we cure. Then I will need a top coat, but not just some top coat. This is a top coat for gel polishes. And the reason I'm using this one, because most clients, they have natural nails. For acrylic or gel nails, you can use any kind of top coat, but still it's better to use the one that is not too thin, because if it has a little thicker consistency, it will be easier for you to work with it. Also, I will be using the like, you know, the wax pencil. It's the same pencil I use for rhinestones. You can also use a pickup tool or tweezers. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any black background to put underneath, but just to give you an idea. So I have rhombus here and another rhombus. Oh, I actually, you know what, I have it right here as well, but I'm not sure if you can see it better. Yeah. Or yeah, maybe that there was a moment when the light falls on it. But okay, you will see it on a tip, definitely. Hopefully. Okay, so I have 1 rhombus and 4 pieces of... can we have a piece of paper? Yeah, it just will make it easier. No, well, like the paper I can, yeah, create something on. Oh, okay, nice. So we have, awesome, thank you. Yeah, I just want to show you what's about to happen, since we cannot see clear and clear. So what you need to have, a rhombus. It looks like this. And then we have another 4 pieces that will look like this right here. Well, I'm not very good at painting on the paper. So if you separate them, they look like rhombus, and another piece is like, you know, like this, basically. Okay, so when we put them like this together, we will make it look like this is a cut of the diamond. And there are actually many cuts of the diamonds, but we will be using this one today. So then I apply top coat. On the real nail, I mean on the actual hands, you can seal it with a thin layer, cure, and then apply the second layer. But now we'll just save time, and I will apply them right away. So I apply 1 coat, do not cure, and apply another one, not just the actual coat, but only on the center. And now, before everything started to move, I will take this rhombus and place it right here. Okay, then I will add this another part of the diamond. So I will place them in the way I showed you earlier on the picture. And the thing is, yeah, I believe maybe you cannot see all of them, but you can see them once the light falls on them. So I will show you it closer after I cure it. Okay, it will look the same. It's just if I will be stopping for a very long time now, the top coat will run away and we're gonna be in trouble. Well, luckily it's not a client. I mean, the top coat will not flood your cuticles or anything, but still. So I move these pieces around to make sure they are on the right spot. It looks like they are. And then we cure it. So the thing is that these parts that I use, they are clear, and this is the most important part. Because if you have something that is the same shape, but it's like black plastic, the lights, the LED lights will not go through it and it will not completely cure. So you need to find something that is clear, or at least semi-clear. And also it's a bit of, well, it takes some time to actually cut them really well and really symmetrical. But once you do it, you can use them again and again, so they're not single-used. Also, we will need tweezers or an orange wood stick to remove it. Oh, I actually do have a better tweezers. Oh wow, we have some pictures from V. I'm trying to catch up here. Oh wow, okay, so I really like this Christmas tree that you did, the green one. It looks exactly like the one I showed, and also this glitter red with the snowflakes and the lines. Good job, I like them all. Oh, and I think you used this white snow on one. That's nice. So if you guys also have something to share, please do. You cannot really imagine how I appreciate when you share some works inspired. To me, it's like, you know, okay, Anastasia, there's the reason you're doing this. And if you're not at your comfortable table in your salon or at home now, that's fine. Just use the hashtag WinterWebinar2018, and I will be more than happy to watch them later. Would you mind repeating what kind of foil the little geometric designs are made of? If you're speaking of this Christmas tree, first one, it was the spider gel with the glitter on top. Jenny, but you will be able to watch the replay after we finish, so do not worry if you missed something. There will be a chance to watch it again. Okay, so the top coat I was using is actually with a sticky layer, so we'll need to repeat it to remove it also. But this is how it works. So sticky layer is the remaining part of oligomers. They're not polymerized, but they are there only when they have an access to the oxygen. If the access is closed, there will be no sticky layer, meaning these parts under these clear parts will not be sticky. So only the areas in between will actually have this layer. So now I will try really hard, I promise, to find this secret angle and remove this part. So now I remove it and it looks exactly the same. You see, it's not there anymore. I swear, here it is in my tweezers, and it still looks like that. So the reason it happened is because it was cured in this position. So now I will remove the remaining ones. They're pretty easy to remove because this plastic I was using is actually, it's thick. Just when you apply them, make sure that the gel will not go on top of them, because if it will, you will have a hard time removing them. And recently I did this design on a client as well. It does look so cool. I will definitely share it on my social webs, maybe even on YouTube, so you will be able to see it. Okay, so as you can see, I just removed it, and you can use it again. So honestly, the most tricky part is to actually see where it starts, so you can take it and remove, because they're so shiny, they're so different. One time I was doing this and then somebody called me, and I forgot which one I removed, which one is not, because it doesn't look much different. Oh, here's how you can only tell if you can scratch it. So if it's not working, another trick that you can do is simply to take the cleanse to remove the sticky layer, and then you can immediately see. Okay, so this one is left. So for this design, it's better to use, you know, like short, narrow tweezers. Oh my, okay. So maybe actually what can happen that in the lamp, it might move a little. And, no, I didn't remove it. Oh well, okay, so I will leave it for now because I have many other examples of the finished design. Now again, I have to find this secret angle. Okay, here we go. So this is how it looks like in a real life. You don't have to catch this angle, because in a real life we do not just look at the nails, we always move them. And here are another examples of exactly the same design but with a different color. And I think you can already see, once you move it, here comes this special angle when you can see this diamond part. And I did some dark examples, with relatively dark colors, but you can also make them white or iridescent or, any color, and they will still look cool. This is indeed cool. I missed the hashtag. Yes, thank you. It's Winter Webinar 2018. 18. So if you guys will be trying any of this design, please let me know. So this is the last design I wanted to show you. I will appreciate if you will write down one thing or trick or fact that you learned from this webinar and you're most likely to use in your work or in your life. And if you feel like you want to learn more, do not forget about this hashtag. And also, like I promised, I will present my new online course, because what I just showed you, you watched it, you repeated, maybe you're not. But if you want to be forced to do and learn nail art, if you want me to grade your assignments, to check if you're doing right or wrong or what you can improve, during 2 months I have a new class that's called Fast and Easy Salon Nail Art class. Designs are really simple, just like these ones you just saw, but they're not winter style, they're like all season style, so they will work for any time. There are 30 designs. And I will also give you tips how to secure them on nails and how to use each product. So this class contains all kinds of designs with foil, glitters, stencils, sponges, chrome powders, with all kinds of accessories. There's nothing about hand painting, so this is a very simple, basic and fast designs. So these are some examples of the designs you will see, you will learn. I know this is, there's too much on this picture, but that's about the amount designs you will learn. And here are some close-ups of the designs we will be doing. This class is absolutely for all levels. You don't need to have any background for it at all. Even if you are not a nail technician yet, if you're just nail enthusiast, it will work for you. So there are 2 months. It will start on January 7. There will be teacher-graded assignments and unlimited attempts to do and redo every design. And also there will be a certificate of completion. So if you haven't learned at Nails Pro Academy, and if there are anybody who did, please let me know. But I already see some familiar names. So it is not like the webinar you're watching now. These are actually pre-recorded high-quality videos. We're using new equipment now, and you can see on the picture, so there's actually a tip that takes almost the whole screen, which is crazy sometimes. I do designs, then I see it on the video, and I didn't notice, some small piece of dust. It's just crazy how Zoom is, and the quality is good. So you can learn anywhere, anytime, on your laptop, on your iPad. You will have an access during this 2 months anytime using any device, and during this 2 months you will be constantly learning. You can do this every day if you want to. You can do 2 times a week, so you really will build your own schedule. You don't have to be somewhere at a specific time. You will also get feedback from me or other teachers of what you can do better. If you're doing better, we'll just say good job. If you can improve your design, we'll also give you tips on how to do it better. Then you'll have to pass the exam to do some final assessment work, and once you do, you will get a certificate. So also, as this is Christmas time and holidays are about to start, I think it is time to give you some gifts. Pam is asking, what's the deadline for payment? So for this special, and by the way, this you can click on this deal, which is under the video if you're watching from Nails Pro Academy. The special price will be valid for 1 week. And this is during that time you will be able to do this. So this is me again, and as I promised, I will be giving some gifts. So if you apply for this course during the week, you will also get my class, which is called Bling Class, for free. So this is the class that covers different kind of rhinestones designs, and it's absolutely free of charge, and you will get immediate access once you enroll. That's besides this class that lasts for 2 months. And this is a limited time offer. You will be able to enroll to this class anytime later, but just the price will be different. So this time we're giving a crazy discount, which is only $49. You can see this under the video. if you're watching from nailsproacademy.com. And our time is almost finished, but we still have a few minutes, about 10, I believe. And as I promised, let's do some Q&A session, and I'm ready to respond on your questions. Amazing diamond design. I have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Anastasia. Thank you, Natalia, so much for attending. Seems like a great course. Oh yes, Elinda, actually, Elinda, I think she took so many of our courses already. Yeah, that's a new one. Allison, the diamond design is definitely different. We'll have to try that one. Yes, guys, so these designs are also all a little different. So the last one is a little more complicated, but honestly, you just, put this thing on, cure, and here we go. So all these designs are, you just have to know some tips, and that's it. There's nothing technically hard about it. Please, Anastasia, make a webinar about dual forms with polygel. And Natalia, how did you know that? That's actually in my plans for 2019. So make sure you stay with us. You will also watch it because this is really a big deal. I use this technique a lot, and yes, especially since you guys asking, that will be in our program sometime later. Okay, I will watch to some comments on the YouTube. You do wonderful work. Thank you for taking time to teach us. I will be doing that Christmas tree. Awesome. Thank you, Lucky Lucy. And do not forget to use the hashtag. I would really love when you will show it. You're so adorable. Love your work. Awesome. Okay, live spider gel and diamond. I want spider gel now too. Yeah, guys. So I personally only tried this brand, which is called Galactic. The reason I'm not sharing their links because I believe you can only buy it in Russia, but I just seen there many brands produce them already, so I don't think you will have any troubles with purchasing them. Diana's asking, this is random, but is there an e-file in the mid-price range we can recommend? Okay, so I really like the latest e-file by Cupa. It's a small portable one, but it's still very pretty powerful. And also I like the brand which is called Mani Pro. They have also, I think that's one of the most expensive files, but it's still pretty good. Yes, and another brands, I also like Strong files and Calibri, the one I'm using, but I'm not sure if you can buy them anywhere. So, I mean, most files that I use, I'll say they're pretty expensive because, the quality is very important to me. And also the small drill that I use when I'm in the US or for my travels is by Exclusive Nail Couture, the small pink one. It's not powerful enough to me to work in like salon every day, but it's absolutely fine for electric file manicure during my travels or if I need to, to take off nails. So maybe that one will work for you as well. Thank you for the webinar. Can I get you guys Instagram names? Oh yes, that was coming in a moment. So on the next picture, you can see this is our Instagram, Nails Pro Academy, our Facebook, YouTube. The first one is My Nail Co. and also Nails Pro Academy. We have our own YouTube, which is soon we're about to fill in with some new cool videos, not just by me, but we have many amazing